Hi, my name is Destiny Francisco, and I wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you to Chris Distefano and Josh Johnson for helping me reach my goal in studying abroad.
Alrighty, is it me? I'm up. I'm all right. Kids, breathe in, breathe out. We've practiced in the mirror 20 times, 100 times. We've got this. We've got this. All right, we'll just try my acting chops. Shoot is gonna shoot, as the kids would say. Before I do my thank you for Josh Johnson and Chris Distefano. So here's a joke. Get ready. It's really funny. Why did the fish cross the ocean? To get to the other tide. Moving on. I actually have a lesson behind this video as well. I don't just want to share thank you to Josh Johnson and Chris Distefano simply because it was quite a large contribution that you two have made for a story that I didn't know that you necessarily relate to. But I also want to talk about the lesson that I received from this experience as well. So let me give you the backstory of this because there's so much that happens behind the scenes that it's nice for me to kind of like inform you of this so you can understand why I'm so grateful and why I'm so appreciative. And of course, like, yes, this title is, this video is a thank you for Josh Johnson and Chris Distefano, but I also have valued every single cent, word of encouragement, prayers, anything and everything you have sent to push Destiny forward to head to Spain. So I don't want this to feel like I have not appreciated everything that was given, but there's something very special about this experience. Just to give you a sneak peek of what happens behind the scenes, hundreds of emails are sent, and I give Destiny a list of organizations here in Springfield, Massachusetts, and just around Massachusetts in general to send emails to. She sends text messages to her friends, families, teachers here in Springfield and in Western Mass to just garner interest and to spread the word of her traveling to Spain. The reason why this experience is so significant to me is because I'm always encouraging my students to think outside of the box. Do not limit yourself. Don't think small. Always stretch yourself, stretch your vision, and think about something that's that you would perceive to be impossible and strive for that. Because it goes back to that old quote, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. So I'd always taught my students that, and this experience showed me that I wasn't doing that myself. Let me give this credit to Miss Bailey, actually, because she is, and she's gonna hate that I did this because she doesn't like taking credit or receiving compliments, but she really deserves her flowers here. Miss Bailey pretty much wrote to every celebrity that she knows and that she follows, and she tried to garner interest for Destiny and her journey to Spain, like everybody that she knows. And I am so grateful that Josh Johnson and Chris Distefano reached out and made their contributions. And the reason why it's so significant for me is because, like, for me, I'm like, Springfield is so small, and is anyone really going to care? I'm going to share this story, and maybe people in Springfield will care, and maybe teachers will care, but like, I never would have thought to write to comedians who have like a large following. I didn't think you would read our DMs. I never thought you would watch these videos. I never thought you would actually take interest in our stories. But what this reminds me of is the idea that our stories are what actually bind us. Our stories are what connect us. They allow us to relate to one another emotionally. They allow us to be inspired by one another. And this story in particular, this experience in particular for me, has allowed me to stretch my vision even further. So I genuinely want to thank you, Josh Johnson and Chris Distefano, for making your contributions. I also want to thank everyone else who's made a contribution, and I mean both financially and intrinsically. I'm so grateful. I can't tell you how well this campaign went. It was, of course, still very stressful, and there was a lot I needed to structure for sure, but it went extremely well. This is actually the first campaign where I haven't had to come out of pocket for because if the kids don't reach their financial goals, I actually take care of it on the back end, and I dip into my savings and I make sure that they go abroad. And this is the first time that I don't have to do that, so I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you all for everything that you've done. I'm actually, obviously I've said a lot of words, but when I truly mean I'm speechless, it means like I'm in awe with just how well this was received. Alrighty, let me not get too emotional. Let me end this off with a joke. This one is really funny, so prepare yourselves. I promise you it's really funny. What is faster, heat or cold? Heat, because you can catch a cold. Vibe.